Thank you, EA, for inviting me to this early access event.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back again in Galloping Gulch with the Horse Ranch expansion pack, and we are still in the early access part of my videos. So yes, again, thank you for the EA Creators Network. We're doing another build, and this time we are building on the largest lot of the entire world. Not the actual world that we're living in, but the Sims 4 world that is the 64 by 64. So this lot was long. Let me tell you that I've spent, I think, up to 10 hours just building this lot. I did have to cut out so much footage, so you won't see me build everything like I did with the 50 by 50. I had to do it with this one as well, so you won't see me set the basement, a lot of the little detailing features I had to cut out because it was too long. This speed build was an hour and 20 minutes uncut, and I managed to round it out in about 40, 41, 42 minutes. So I am very happy where we're standing right now with the speed build. But because this one is so long, there will be a separate house tour video coming right up on the channel very soon. So if you are more interested in that kind of typical video, keep watching, or not keep watching, just subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and then you will not miss when I upload the house tours. And there are gonna be more house tours in the future, because for larger builds I am gonna separate them more. With the smaller builds I can incorporate them in the end, but for the larger builds we're just gonna do it separate, like we did in the back old days when I just started YouTube like 6-7 years ago, and I liked it that way. So we are gonna convert back to that for the larger builds. So yeah, for the house tour junkies, that is a plus if you ask me. And I am also a house tour junkie. I rather watch a house tour than a speed build, to be completely honest. And if you are asking me, I rather watch a real-time build than a speed build nonetheless, because I do find speed builds sometimes, I don't want to say boring, but I can't follow along as much because I tend to do different things while I'm watching YouTube. Usually I'm like building in my own save, or I'm cleaning, or I'm working. So speed builds tend to be a little bit harder for me to focus on while doing something else, but a real-time build or a house tour is a little bit easier for me, although I do like me a good speed build now and again. But yeah, that's just my watching preference. But for building here right now, I'm definitely focusing on the front facade of my home. I wanted it to look very nice and cute, and then when you load up your game, you have something interesting to look at. So I'm definitely focusing on that front view right now and trying to make it make sense. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. I love the window placement. I did really try to incorporate like different windows at the front facade. So we have the large modern ones at the side, and then I added in the ones with the tiny little shutters. And I think it looks really cute. And yeah, what are we doing here? Oh, we're adding in the barn. So like I said, in my 50 by 50, I'm definitely focusing on that very traditional barn shape kind of look, but doing different variants of it. So with the previous desert build, I did like a very straight barn look attached to the house. This one is a detached barn with bump outs for your horses to stay in. And because I did the little bump outs, I actually managed to bump up the number of horses that can sleep in the stable to 6, which I think is a really nice amount. So there are 4 open cages or 4 open horse stables inside and 2 closed ones. And the closed ones, I imagine those are for like your violent horses. Is it called violent? Aggressive horses. That's it. Like violent horses. No, for the aggressive horses, I just thought that that was a really, a fun little touch for storytelling. But if you are not going to have aggressive horses, you can also maybe use the closed up pens for your mini goats and sheep. So that they're like really safe and tucked away as well. Although when I adopted a horse, I did actually get an aggressive horse or aggressive horse twice. I adopted twice. They were like 1,000 simoleons or something like that, and they both were aggressive, which kind of makes the gameplay a bit harder to train them, also a little bit more interesting. And I actually found that I didn't mind my horse being aggressive. It definitely gave it more of a challenge for me to train my horses, to make them more obedient, and they gave their own like little personality. My horses don't need to be happy peppy all the time, so I found it a fun little quirk to play with an aggressive horse, and not something that I would have a trait that I would have added myself. So it was fun to learn it through adoption, and I like the adoption system that we can adopt a horse in the game. That is a gameplay feature that also comes with the pack, and you can adopt a horse through the notice board or through your phone, which is really fun. So yeah, adopt a horse, save a horse if you can. Although I did also create my fair amount of horses to play with as well. But adopting one was sometimes more convenient because me and create a horse or create a sim, we are not friends, really. So yeah, anyways, what are we doing here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at this lot. There was just so much that I was doing. And I'm already exhausted just from building this and now doing this voiceover. I'm like, oh my God. Just, give me a bed. I want to sleep. Literally, I've been working on this project, this early access project for so long now that my voice is failing, and I haven't slept like a full night in like more than a week. So I'm tired. I'm so tired. Well, we're getting through this. We are. Anyways, definitely focusing on landscaping because this lot is so large and I love a good landscaping. Definitely the majority of my time went into landscaping with making little pathways, little flower beds and such to make this feel very unique and just cute. We were going for cute this entire time. So I'm also adding in a fire pit here at the front because that is one of the items that we've gotten with the horse ranch. Oh my gosh, with the horse ranch expansion pack. Let me take a coffee sip because I'm kind of running out of air. I can't breathe, you guys. So good. Still black coffee today. Still liking it. Don't know how long it's gonna last though. Probably gonna go back into either cocos coffee, almond coffee, or I also was drinking havermout coffee. What is havermout in English? Like grain coffee? I don't know. Havermout. I can recommend. That was really, really nice. It does have a little bit more carbs in there, but I'm not counting carbs. So for me, that's actually fine. I'm actually more into like a low gluten kind of thing. And, Havermout is gluten-free. So I do low gluten, low sugar, non-dairy. That is my diet lately. And I've actually been feeling really good. So yeah, I can definitely recommend just cutting those things from your diet if you are feeling very stressed, very low in energy and cranky, because it definitely amped up my mood a lot when I cut out all those things from my diet. But again, everyone is different. But yeah, it definitely helped me a lot. Although I have to say, for this period when I was working on this project, I did eat a few, pizzas from Domino's. I also ordered Pizza Hut. I ordered spare ribs. I've got some a milieu. Oh, that one was so good. A milieu, I don't know if you know what a milieu is. A milieu is a tiny little chocolate cake baked in the oven, but not fully true. You have like a soft center of chocolate, and then when you open it up, the chocolate pours out, and then you eat it with a little bowl of vanilla ice cream and maybe like a vanilla cream on top as well. Heaven. So I I also have eaten that, and I have eaten churros. So kind of cheat week for me. Definitely gonna hit the gym when this pack is gonna come out and work on my fitness a bit more, because I haven't been to the gym as well. I've been a bad girl, but I have been having so much fun just building and playing in this pack. It's all good. So yeah, anyways, what are we doing here? Oh, we're working on the backyard. So the backyard is a bit smaller than the front yard. I definitely pushed the house back to the back part of this lot. And the reason why is I wanted to utilize as much space as we had at the front. I love a good area a front view, like I said, and having just the training pen at the front, and then with the little garage, and then a nice little walkway made sense for me. And I feel that we didn't really need that much items in our backyard. I actually just fill it in with a pool and with a barbecue area, and then we have our little like farm area there on the side, and that's basically it. That's all we do for the backyard. And then here on the left side, when we exit the barn, I'm gonna add in a jungle gym for the kids to play with. So it didn't need to be larger than it is, which is it's great. But I love that we do have a swimming pool and also a play area for the kids to play with. So it's definitely a family orientated lot, if you ask me, because there's a play area for the kids. They have their own bedrooms with lots of toys to play with. They can ride their horses, because kids can ride horses, if I have that correct. And it's so cute if you see a kid mount a horse. In real life, a horse, when you mount a horse as a kid, and I have rode a horse a few times when I was little, you just need to get like a little scooch up to go on your horse. But here in The Sims, the horse actually goes down, and then your kid can mount easier. And I think it's so adorable. It feels so My Little Pony when I see that. And it makes me so happy. I know a horse never does that on purpose, but I just love that animation so much. So yeah, your kids can ride horses, which is really, really fun. So here we are working on our shed. I love the layout of this animal shed, of this barn. It's so nice. I love that we have the 4 large open sleeping areas and then the 2 smaller compartmented ones. It's just so nice looking. I love that there's like a corridor running across. And then when we are gonna go into the house tour, it's gonna look really nice. And yes, I already recorded the house tour. I recorded my house tours before I recorded the speed builds, because I had like a limited time with the early access, and everything that I needed to do in game, I needed to record earlier. And I'm doing this like post or after early access. So yeah, I already did the house tour, and the house tour is so much fun. You're gonna love it. I just really liked showcasing all the little details. I'm also hanging in like lamps on the post and such. They are functional. They actually do light up that little corridor, although they don't illuminate that much light, especially also with this ceiling light doesn't illuminate that much light. So I do have some helper lights on the ceiling just so that we illuminate a little bit more. So these little saucers I add in as well because we needed a bit more lighting. So yeah, and then here we are in the shed. So for the shed, I did want to make this functional. At first glance, this is an area where your sim will store stuff, and also like park their car, park their trailer. But because we have like a whole ass building, I wanted to make it functional. So I added in the woodworking table right here. Like I always do in my garages. My garages always have woodworking tables because that is the perfect place for them. You cannot convince me otherwise. So yeah, I add in a woodworking table, but I'm also gonna add in some workout equipment right here, just so that your sim can work on their fitness if they want to. Maybe your farmhand is into upholding their physique. They can do fitness there. Or that maybe just you're working on an aspiration and you don't want to leave the lot. You can fitness there as well. So I think that is a really handy area to have in on the lot. I didn't include it on the 50 by 50 desert lot. But there is enough space if you want to there. But for the 64 by 64, I definitely did. And yeah, what am I doing here? Just trying to make it look cute, basically. That is what I'm doing right here. And I also added in 2 outdoor bins as well. There are lots of outdoor bins throughout this entire lot because I hate it when your sim needs to walk a gazillion miles just to throw away trash. So they can route to multiple outdoor bins, which I think is really nice. And then here on the back, I added in the door with a little pathway leading up to the front. I also added in a decorational water tower that comes with the horse ranch pack. So I just thought that was really cute. Added that in there on the back, and then adding some prairie grass, some normal grass, and trying to make it look really, really nice. Yeah, I think we're done with the exterior and we're gonna hop into interior next. So in the exterior, took a good 17 minutes to create, and now up to into interior. So for this little shed, I made this purposely for our nectar making. I love nectar making, like I already said a billion times. And I just thought that it would be really fun to have a own separate nectar making area instead of incorporating it in the house. So this is our nectar making shed, and all of the crops that we are growing on the little farm is for nectar making. So there will also be a basement that is with an entryway in this shed, which you won't see me build. I did build that off camera, although I did record it, but I cut it out because the footage was way too long. But there will be a tiny little basement for your sim to age your nectar, because like I already said, nectar ages faster in your basement. So basements are actually very crucial if you want to age them fast. If you have all the time of the world, it's fine. But if you're like me, doing like rags to riches and you want to make like fast cash, a basement is a go-to. And I love that we now have functions for the basement. I think this is our first item that gives a function to the basement. And I love that. And I'm hoping in upcoming packs they are gonna integrate more items that are, that have a basement function. Maybe like a basement moodlet or something like that would be really fun to have, because basements are underrated. And I love adding in basements to my build, especially to my mansions, having like intricate little secret basements for your vampires or your werewolves. It's just so much fun. So yeah, anyways, there's a basement. You will see it in the house tour of this video. So I think we're almost done with that section, and now hopping into the kitchen. So the kitchen is actually really large. It's massive. We had so much space to work with the kitchen, and we could have done like dining kitchen in the same area, but I wanted to splurge on the kitchen and make it feel very large and luxurious, but still going with that country kind of, country feel. That is what we're going for. So I decided to go with green kitchen cabinets because I have a green obsession, and it really fits in with the house and it elevates it and makes it look better, in my opinion. So yeah, we're going with green, also combining some cabinets in here, adding in a stove and our fridge on this side. And then on the other side, we're gonna do our microwave and our coffee machine and also our sink as well. So both sides are functional, and your sim is gonna use both sides, which is really fun. And then we also have a massive island in the middle. So if you're like making breakfast and not doing like a full-on dinner, you can sit on the bar and eat your dinner there. Or if you are doing like a full-on fancy dinner, there will also be a separate formal dining room as well that you can use, which I think is really fun. And then here we have our formal living room, and I love this living room because we have the large open windows. We have a 2-story high window going on here, so this is definitely a focal point, heart of the house, an area which your sim can definitely show off to other sims and be like, look at my living room, it's so fancy. I have double high ceilings or double high windows, and you don't. And, they can brag and be a little bit snobby about it, which I think is really fun, because if I would have had a house with a room like this, I would have been putting this on Instagram every day. will be tweeting about it. I will be showing off my space in like different settings, in like wintertime when we have our Christmas tree up, a 2-story high Christmas tree. Yes, please. I would do that. It's an area that you can definitely show off, which I love. And I also love the color palette again for this house. I went with very soft kind of wood tones, combining it with like the reddish kind of, furnishing and beige colors. I am keeping it very soft for this build and not too loud, and I love it. So yeah, that's basically what I did for this section. Anyways, I think we're almost done with the living room, and we're gonna hop into the dining and bar area next, which I'm really excited to show you all what I created there, because it's a fun layout if you ask me. So what I did is I created this sunken area over here where we're gonna have our bar, and then our formal dining room is gonna be on the more higher level. So I love that when we walk in the house, through the front door, we have like a little hallway with a bathroom. Then we go through, we have another hallway, like a main hallway, which leads to like the office and the master bedroom, but then also goes to the right into this section of the house. So it feels very separated from the other rooms, like the bedroom and the office, but still also connected because it's all open, which you will see later, because the office is open but also feels closed because we're using spandrels and columns to make like little arches and such. But you will see it, of course, in the house tour in another video, coming together really nicely, because I don't show all the detailing. Yes, yet again, like I said multiple times, you really do need to watch the house tour to get a grasp of all the details. So yeah, this is gonna be the formal dining area over here. Again, incorporating those light beige colors to match the living room. I'm also trying to incorporate a little bit of green. As you can see on the table, it has like this green kind of patches that matches our kitchen. So I'm trying to really keep it very cohesive. And I think I did succeed in that a tiny bit. It could have been better. I was definitely missing some more normal looking bookshelves because we didn't get a bookshelf with the Horse Ranch expansion pack. So I needed to rely on base game bookshelves, and this bookshelf that I'm using in the living room, in the dining room, was the only bookshelf that I feel looks nice. So you do see this bookshelf come back time and time again in all my builds, in all my rooms. And if I had the book nook kit, oh my gosh, this build would have been elevated even more. I think I would have done like a reading nook somewhere just because I could. So if you have the book nook kit, it's good. You really should pair it with all your builds. It's a necessity at this point. But yeah, we're almost finished, I think, with the dining area. And then we're also are gonna add in, I think, a play table over here, or it's like the poker table that you can set up for different games. So I'm going to add it in here in this section just so that your Sims have something fun to do. But I do make it a three-seater because my Sim couldn't route through that section with 4 chairs. So it's 3 chairs for there. So yeah, and then now we're going to move into the bedrooms. So yeah, it took a while to get at this point. We're already, I think, like 26 minutes in, and now we're getting to the bedrooms. So we're gonna have an office over here on the right side, and then on the left side we're gonna have the master bedroom. There was just so much space here that it made sense to have the master bedroom downstairs, because if I did the master bedroom upstairs, it would actually eat into my amount of bedrooms, because master bedrooms tend to be larger. So if I would have done it upstairs, I needed to make a room larger, add in a ensuite bathroom, and yeah, the bedroom count would have been lower. Plus, I didn't really know what to do with this room anyways, because we don't have that many skill building items. So yeah, it's a master bedroom, and it's also handy for, your elder Sims so that they don't need to go up the stairs. They need to go up multiple platforms, but they don't need to use the stairs going up to the second story. So that's a little bit of a plus if you ask me. So yeah, here working on the master bedroom. So the master bedroom, again, I kept in the same color tones as the living room. Very beige, a little bit more pink tone, no greens. This time no greens, more leaning into pink, but still working with beige. And I think it looks really nice. This color palette definitely works. I also added a large fireplace, as you can see, because we had so much space to work with, especially now that I rotated the bed from the window to the wall. It opened up so much more usable space for my Sim. So I had some more nooks left. So I added a seating area with a fireplace. We have a desk over there. So if your Sim wants to work maybe with their laptop or something like that, they can whoop up their laptop, sit there on their desk. Added in also a wardrobe on the side, and then our main bedroom area right here. And again, the doors that are here, I am gonna swap those out with the new updated doors that came with the base game update, so that they match the ranch wood, because now I'm just using normal doors, because I did not notice that we've gotten a base game door, and they told us, after I've built like everything, they're like, oh, Right. By the way, did you know we added a new base game door? I was like, nope, I did not. Same thing with the base game update with the flooring and with the wallpapers. I did not notice it in the beginning. And it's just because I always play with so many other packs. I never gravitate to base game walls or floors that I didn't know what we had. And I also actually found some base game items that are probably already in the game for like a couple of months or even maybe years now that I didn't knew we had or I forgotten we've had. So playing with only base game and only with the wrench, horse wrench expansion pack did really give me some more insight in what is in base game, and it was a really refreshing find. I found really cute items like the loaf of bread that I added in the kitchen. I didn't know we had that. Like the little what is it? It's like the it's this big tin large round thing that you can place on the side of your fireplace for like poking in the fire. Didn't know we had that. So maybe I did at some point, but I definitely forgot that we had. So there were just so many items that I found through base game again, and so many items that I found had recolors on them as well. So like the books that I always place everywhere. There's like 4 or 5 books stacked together. Horizontally or vertically. Those used to have 3 colors. Now there are like 7 or 8 colors in there. I did not know that they updated that. I should check every base game item now if they have like recolors and such, because the team definitely made some effort in the base game recolors, and I love it. I love that they did that because the base game color range was so poor, so narrow. And I did know that I did it for a few items, but I didn't know that they kept doing it and kept adding onto items and adding more recolors. So I was pleasantly surprised while building, while, getting all the notes and such. I was so surprised and so happy that they did that. So here we are in one of the kids' bedrooms. So I love this kids' bedroom because I actually divided it into a study and clothing area and then a play and sleep area. I just thought it was really cute. Focused heavily on horse riding, by the way. And then this room was more for like a teenager. So this teenager, he or she is not going to be a rancher. No. They are gamers. They're gamers. They want to be like a software developer or something like that. And that's why I gave them their own little section for maybe their PlayStation here or their Xbox to play with. I'm also going to add in a desk with a gaming computer. So this is more for that teenage sim that is not interested in what their parents are doing and want to do something else a little bit more in the digital route. I'm so sorry. I need to sneeze, but I'm holding it in because if I'm gonna sneeze in my microphone, you're gonna be very annoyed. So sorry if I sound a bit weird, but I'm holding it like real tight. So yeah, that was the teen bedroom. Now hopping into the second living room. And that's right. So the second living room is up on the landing. I decided to make this the living room where we're gonna have our television, because downstairs we only have our fireplace and we needed a place for just watching television. So that is what we're gonna do right here. I also added in a piano just for some casual music making, but I already see my sim sitting there when it's like winter time, watching television, counting down on New Year's Eve, having all our Christmas decoration up. I think that it's gonna be a really nice area to sit in. And then here I also added in a chess table because we didn't have that on the lot. So adding that in right here. And then we're gonna hop into Oh, the Farmhand house. So this is for our farmhand. Yes, another apartment for the farmhand, or for your adult kid living on the lot, or maybe even for mom and dad because they're like tired of their kids. They want some privacy, and they move into this loft area over here, this apartment area over here, just to get rid of the kids. I don't know what kind of story you're gonna tell with this home. But there's just so much things that you can do, which is fun. But yeah, so I again set this up as a fully functioning apartment. There's a bedroom, there's a bathroom over here. Kept it a bit basic. There's only a shower and a toilet. At this point, we're not doing a bathtub. And then here we're gonna do, on the front section, we're gonna do kitchen and dining as well. But here we're just finishing up the bedroom a little bit because it's really large. It's so large. I think it's not larger than the master bedroom. It's a tiny bit smaller, but the shape is a bit different. So it feels as large as the master bedroom on the main house. But yeah, here starting with the kitchen area. So we're gonna go with that L shape again, with a little bit of a island. Here we are gonna have like a cozy little seating area. I also decided to add in a fireplace because it looked really cute. And then for this kitchen, I did add in a full kitchen. In my other build, the desert build, the 50 by 51, where I also did a fully functioning apartment, I only did a fridge and a microwave because I didn't want my Sims cooking there. But for this build, I decided to include the stove because I didn't know exactly if this was gonna be like for a main Sim or not. But I did find out that my Sims tend to gravitate to cook here instead of the main house, which I found annoying. So if you don't like that, I suggest deleting that. Delete the stove. Delete the tea machine because they were making like loads and loads of tea. If you don't like that, delete that before playing because you're gonna be annoyed because they do spend a lot of time up there. If you're like, whatever, I like that, keep the items. Because it's gonna be a functional area where your Sim is gonna drink a lot of tea. They're obsessed with tea in my save. I don't know why. I'm not mad about it. Anyways, we're almost at the end of the video, you all. Just doing a little bit more landscaping. I think we're also gonna add in our barbecue area over here on this side. And that's basically it. We're gonna end the video there. So I do hope that you all enjoyed this speed build. I do know it's a long one. So I'm happy that you stayed with me to the end. I understand if you didn't, but if you did, thank you so much for watching this channel and watching this video and staying here for my content. Like I said, there are more horse ranch videos coming your way. I'm also gonna do a real-time series on horse ranch as well because this pack just has so much possibility. So there will be a real-time series coming to the channel as well, which I already restarted recording. So yeah, that's really, really nice. And then also for the people who are still waiting for my real-time custom content series, that one is on hold until I can fix my save because it is broken. It's just broken AF. I cannot work with and not save whatsoever without crashing. So something that I still need to look at. And to be fair, I haven't really given it all my all. So definitely something that is gonna come in the future. So yeah, that is basically it, you all. I am gonna leave you here at the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this speed build. Let me know in the comments if you did. Leave a like, of course, if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and of course hit the notification bell so that you would never ever miss a video of mine. So yeah, that's it, you all. Hopefully I will see you in the next part, the house tour, and have an awesome day wherever you are. Bye bye.